Time now for the Bullpen Show, where we get a chance to warm up for today's Colfax Viking baseball game. Now, let's head out to the bullpen.
Hello and welcome to the NLWN-TV studios. Rick Olson here, and today it's the first of 10 games we'll be bringing you of Colfax Viking Baseball during the 2026 season. Today the Vikings will be taking on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves from Colfax High School. The Vikings are looking to improve this season following their 1-15 2025 campaign. This season, the Vikings will return a roster that, although young, saw significant playing time last season. This year, the Wolves come into the season following last year's 7-16 record. Now, coming up in today's Bullpen Show, we'll take a look at today's matchup between the Vikings and the Wolves. Then we'll get to know one of the Viking players in Viking Profile. And finally, we'll send it out to the ballpark for some exciting high school boys baseball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout as you're tuned to the Bullpen Show on NLWN-TV. Welcome back to the bullpen, where we're getting warmed up for today's Viking home opener against the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. The Vikings are looking to rebuild and improve on their 2025 record of 1 win and 16 losses. Now, Coach Anderson will be welcoming back to the Vikings roster this season as many as 10 players from last season's varsity roster, all of whom saw significant playing time last season. Look for senior Orion Nichols to lead the way for the Vikings on the mound. Last season, he picked up the only Viking win and compiled a whip of 3.42. The leading returner at the plate for the Vikings is junior Caleb Bailey, who hit for 326 average. Nichols looks to also help lead the way as he hit with an average of just under 200. On the mound, Bailey threw the most innings pitched with 41 1/3 innings while striking out 39. Now this season, the Vikings add 7 freshmen to the roster and are looking for contributions from them right from the get-go. The Vikings opened up the season on Tuesday when they traveled to Glenwood City, where they had the chance for a come-from-behind victory thwarted by the Hilltoppers in the bottom of the 8th inning on a walk-off single, giving the Hilltoppers the 4-3 win. The Vikings were trailing 3-1 when they scored 2 runs in the 7th to send the game into extra innings. Caleb Bailey took the loss following 3 1/3 innings of effective pitching, where he allowed no earned runs on 4 hits while striking out 4. Now, the Elmwood Plum City Wolves are coming off a 16-1 loss to the Durand, Arkansas Panthers on Tuesday. Now, last season, the Wolves finished the year with a 7-16 record. And the leading returner for the Wolves at the plate is junior Tegan Bauer, who last season hit for an average of 293. He's followed by sophomore Caleb Kopp, whose last season hit with a 256 average. On the mound, last season's workhorse for the Wolves was senior Hudson Hewitt, who threw 36 2/3 innings with a 3.82 ERA. He was followed by senior Ariel Perez, who had a record of 2-1 with a whip of 2.69. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get to know one of this season's Viking players on Viking Profile. You're warming up in the bullpen on NLWN-TV.
Midwest Environmental Consultants, your partner and guide. From soil testing to landscapes, they cover it all. Lawn care and beauty, they're ready to call. With expertise in the ground, they'll analyze what's there. Call 608-468-2067 and let's get started. the best.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're talking with Cole Parzik, who is a sophomore here at Colfax High School. And Cole, we know you play baseball, but are you involved in any other activities here at school?
Just football.
Just football. Okay. That's a good one to be involved with. When did you start playing baseball, and what kind of an experience have you had?
Probably since pre-K, and it was pretty fun, yeah.
Okay. And what's the most important thing that you've learned playing baseball?
No, just being in a group of teammates and having fun.
Okay. And when you're not playing baseball or you're not here at school, what are some other things that you enjoy doing?
Probably hunting, fishing, playing video games.
All right. We have some signature questions. First one's pretty familiar. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Ice cream.
Flavor?
Chocolate.
Okay. Burger, brat, or hot dogs?
Brat.
And what do you want on that brat?
Just ketchup.
What? No kraut?
Nope.
Okay. Your favorite color and why?
Blue, just because I like it.
Okay. And that's a good enough reason. If you could have a superpower, what do you think that superpower might be and why?
Teleportation, just to get places faster and just go around the world, I guess.
It takes all the effort out of having to fly.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. All right. Now, if you had the ability to teleport, you have to have a superhero name to go with that. So, what's Cole's superhero name?
Probably Cola Bear.
Cola Bear. All right. And of course, your superhero costume then would look like a big teddy bear, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Is there a baseball player that you admired as you were growing up that kind of has inspired the way you play?
No, not really.
Okay. Have you been to a major league game?
Yep, I went to a Brewers game last year.
Okay, and what do you remember most about that?
They walked it off, William Contreras walked it off to win it.
Hey, that's always exciting. Yeah. We're talking with Cole Parzik today on Viking Profile. And Cole, what are your plans for after high school, knowing that you're a sophomore, so this very well could change?
Not quite sure yet, yeah.
And that's perfectly fine. How about a shout out to the family?
Mom, Dad, my sister.
All right. And when people come to Viking games, what number will you be wearing? And where are we going to find you on the field?
Number 2 and probably in the outfield.
Okay. We want to thank Cole Parzik for joining us today on Viking Profile. And coming up next, more of the Bullpen Show.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Welcome back to the Bullpen Show. Today, the Vikings will open their 2026 home schedule by taking on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Now, taking a look at last season in the Dun St. Croix Conference, in first place were the 14-0 Elkmound Mounders. They were followed by the Mondovi Buffaloes at 12-2. In third place were the 9-5 Boyceville Bulldogs. Fourth place saw the 7-6 Durand, Arkansas Panthers, while the Spring Valley Cardinals placed fifth with a conference record of 6-7. The 4-10 Glenwood City Hilltoppers placed sixth, while the Elmwood Plum City Wolves were in seventh and the Colfax Vikings were in eighth. Now this season, the Elkmound Mounders have moved on to the Clover Belt Conference, while the Dun St. Croix Conference has added the Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs and the Clear Lake Warriors. Now, on Tuesday, the Dun St. Croix Conference had a full slate of games, including the Durand, Arkansas Panthers hosting the Elmwood Plum City Wolves, with the Panthers coming out on top 16-1, while the Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs defeated the Spring Valley Cardinals 4-2, and it was the Mondovi Buffaloes topping the Clear Lake Warriors 13-3. And the Glenwood City Hilltoppers defeated the Colfax Vikings in extra innings 4-3. Now today, the Dunn St. Croix Conference again has 3 conference games scheduled, including the Vikings hosting the Elmwood Plum City Wolves, while the Glenwood City Hilltoppers will visit the Clear Lake Warriors, and the Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs will welcome the Mondovi Buffaloes. The Vikings are going to try to blend new talent with returning experience in the hopes of making significant improvements over last season's 1-16 record, as well as bounce back from Tuesday's heartbreaking loss. So the stage is set for some exciting high school boys baseball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on NLWN-TV. In just a moment, I'll join our broadcast crew at Colfax High School as we bring you all the action of today's home opener between the Colfax Vikings and the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to the Bullpen Show on NLWN-TV.
When tech goes on the fritz and frustration kicks in, Sladen's technology where you trust he can. From nowhere to backups, we've got what you need. Call us up, we'll plant the seed. Sladen's on the way, your heroes in disguise. For businesses large and small, we're the ultimate prize. 715-864-2833, get the IT help you desire. Call 715-864-2833 today.
You've been tuned to the Bullpen Show, where we've had an opportunity to get warmed up for today's Colfax Viking baseball game. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking baseball.
Sunset House Motel and RV Park in Port Mansfield, Texas, is your destination for your next fishing or hunting adventure. With 20 rooms available including condos and RV spots, Sunset House Motel and RV Park is the place where outdoor sports people stay when they're looking for fishing and hunting adventure. Sunset House Motel and RV Park is located only a few blocks from the dock and is within walking distance to all the local restaurants. Call them at 956-944-2182 to book your stay. That's Sunset House Motel and RV Park in Fort Mansfield, Texas.
NLWN-TV.
One, two. Now we have audio. Okay. I don't know what was causing our audio issues before, but now we have audio, and this game is underway as the Vikings are taking on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. We have a runner on first. He drew a walk. That was Tegan Bauer. Ari Perez is at the plate. Perez is the shortstop for the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Ryan Nichols on the mound. And there's strike three called to Ari Perez. That's going to bring up Oliver Mundick. Mundick is the third baseman for the Wolves. And the first pitch is high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. We're in the top of the first inning. Ryan Nichols delivers. Runner goes, throw it on to second, and the throw gets through. That was close at second, but the throw got through and he wasn't able to put the tag on, and Tegan Bauer is safe at second. Taking a look at the Vikings in the field, behind the plate is Rob Holman, and the pitch, there's a strike called. 2 balls and a strike. At third base is Chase Albright. Over at shortstop is Caleb Bailey. At second base is Grant Cook. And over at first base is Logan Hedela. Out in the outfield, we have Palowitz, Holbein, and Paulus going from left to right. There's a ground ball foul down the third baseline. And the count is 3 balls, 2 strikes. To Oliver Mundick. Tegan Bauer at second. And the pitch. Strike 3 called. That's 2 down. And it's going to bring up Robbie Duffy. Duffy playing left field for the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. First game of the season, Dan, and of course we have technical problems getting into the game.
You know,
there's a fly ball out into center field. Holbein going back, deep. And that's out of here. A 2-run home run by Robbie Duffy. And it puts the Elmwood Plum City Wolves up on top, 2-0. Robbie Holbein went back and he just plain ran out of room. Or Jimmy Holbein, I should say. Just plain ran out of room. There was a fence there in his way. Two down, 2-0. Wolves on top of the first inning. Stepping to the plate is Logan Auth. He's the catcher for the Wolves. And there's a strike called. And that was down in the dirt for a ball.
Yeah, good job with the catcher there to block it. Got past him a little bit, but not too far.
And that one missed. So 2 balls and a strike. And it's high and outside. And there's ball 4.
A little high.
That's the second walk of the inning given up by Nichols. And it brings up Nick DeLong. last season. DeLong hit with an average of 145, and he swings and misses at the first offering.
Yeah, good fastball there by Ryan Nichols.
Nichols at the belt, looks at first and delivers. Runner goes, and the pitch is down in the dirt. A ball and a strike with a runner on second now. And
Just
that one's a little bit low for a ball.
A little low, a little outside.
2 balls and a strike. 2 down, runner at second, and the pitch. High pop-up, foul territory. And that one's behind us. I was expecting it to hit the awning.
Of course, I left the glove in the car.
Of course you did. Your glove is always about 6 feet beyond where it needs to be.
Don't want to get it dirty.
And the pitch, swing and a miss. Pitch was dropped, and the throw down to first to complete the strikeout, so DeLong goes down. So, for the Wolves, they do get 2 runs on the 2-run home run by Robbie Duffy. On the 1 hit, there were no errors and 1 left on base. We've played a half inning, and the score is the Elmwood Plum City Wolves 2 and the Vikings nothing. You're tuned to Viking Baseball on NLWN-TV.
Bridges of tomorrow standing proud and tall for pedestrians and bicycles welcoming home. Snowmobiles racing under the winter's bright sky. Anderson Bridges, where dreams never die. Family owned, with a heart that's sincere. Building pathways to the future, year after year.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. And, okay, we've got that score bug in, but the score is 2-0. Dan's going to have to fix that.
Yeah, once I figure it out here. We're first game. All right, we got that figured out.
Wait till I put the more complicated one in. Taking a look at the Wolves out in the field at third base is Mundalik. Shortstop is Perez. Hewitt is at second. DeLong is at first. Oth is the catcher. Out in the outfield is Duffy, Bauer, and Kopp. And on the mound is Hudson Hewitt. Kason Hewitt is the one playing second base. Due up for the Vikings, we have Grant Palowitz leading things off. He'll be followed by Caleb Bailey and Orion Nichols. And then they get followed by Rob Holman, Jimmy Hobine, Chase Albright, Logan Hedela, Grant Cook, and Grant Paulus. So 3 Grants starting the game today for the Vikings. I think they've got 4 on the roster.
Maybe we're going to have to call them the 3 Amigos.
Or something. So Grant Palowitz steps to the plate.
3 Musketeers.
He went 0 for 1 in the game on Tuesday. And the first pitch is high and away for ball 1. And the pitch inside. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Vikings want to get that leadoff runner on. And there's a strike at the letters.
Yeah, right now he's keeping it up in the zone. See if he goes down.
2 balls, 1 strike. Hewitt delivers. That's just a little bit inside, I believe. 3 balls and a strike to Grant Palowitz. The 3-1 pitch. Strike called at the belt. Count goes full. Here's the wind and the payoff pitch. And that's high for ball 4. So Palowitz draws the walk. It's going to bring up Caleb Bailey. Bailey went 0 for 2 over in Glenwood City. He did walk twice. And the throw over to first. And Palowitz got picked off of first.
Got leaning.
So nobody on. One out. And the pitch. Inside for a ball. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's high for a ball. And the pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. And there's a ground ball foul down the first baseline. Two balls, 2 strikes to Caleb Bailey. And the pitch. And that's a strike 3 called.
Yeah, good breaking ball there.
That's going to bring up the pitcher, Orion Nichols. 2 down. And the pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. And the 0-1 pitch. There's a soft grounder over to second. Throw to first is in time. So for the Vikings, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We've played 1 inning, and it's the Wolves 2 and the Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
American Yard Restoration, now serving the Colfax area. American Yard Restoration specializes in landscaping services, snow removal and fence installation. Emergency services are available. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call for a free estimate. That's American Yard Restoration at 715-217-3031.
As we head into the top half of the second inning, Vikings trail 2-0. Due up for the Elmwood Plum City Wolves are Skylar Fisher, Caleb Kopp, and Kason Hewitt. And now Dan has the score bug to work with.
Now we got to get all everything straightened out here. Okay.
It's the top of the second. There you go.
I tell you, it's hard to find good help.
I guess I get what I pay for, right?
That's right.
Skylar Fisher steps to the plate. He's a designated hitter. That pitch missed outside for a ball. And Nichols wheels and fires. There's a curveball for a strike. One ball and one strike. And the pitch. There's a ground ball over towards first. And confusion, and he's going to beat it out. That's an infield hit.
Yeah, a little confusion at first. I think
Hedela came in to field it.
It kind of just died on everybody. And
it died in the grass. It was kind of hit into that no man's land. And it brings up Caleb Kopp. The pitch is low and away for a ball. Kopp is the right fielder. And the pitch. There's a strike at the belt. One ball, one strike. And the pitch. Squares to bunt, and nothing happening. Fisher stayed at first. Pitch was a ball.
It's not a very big lead at first.
And the pitch. He showed bunt again, and that one also missed. 3 balls and a strike. Nichols looking in for the sign. Peeks at first and now delivers. And he offered that time. That's a strike. Count goes full. Nichols at the belt. The payoff pitch. Ground ball over to short, through the hole and into left field. And each runner advances 1.
Yeah, just a
So
solid hit.
Fisher is at second. Kopp at first. Cason Hewitt comes to the plate. Nobody out. 2 runners on. And he shows bunt, and that's a strike called. Viking infield up on the edge of the grass on the corners. And he shows bunt again. This one's fouled back. So Chase Albright over at third is playing on the edge of the grass, as well as Logan Hedela at first. And the pitch. There's a ground ball over towards short. Picked up, throw over to first in time. It did move the runners over. So Fisher at third, Kopp at second. Back to the top of the order with Tegan Bauer. He drew a walk in his first appearance. Stole second and came around and scored on the 2-run home run by Robbie Duffy. Pitch is outside for a ball. Wolves looking to add to their lead. And the pitch. There's a fly ball in the infield. Nichols takes it in. So 2 down. That's going to bring up Ari Perez, who struck out his first time up. Went down looking. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's outside for a ball. A ball and no strikes. 2 down, 2 runners on. And the pitch. Curveball missed outside. Here's the wind and the pitch. There's a strike called. Two and one's the count. And the pitch, that's high, ball 3. And the 3-1 pitch, that's low and inside for ball 4, and that loads the bases. So Fisher at third, Kopp at second, and now Perez is at first, and Oliver Mundick steps to the plate. He struck out looking also his first time up. There's a strike called. And the pitch, that's high for a ball. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Yep. And he went strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that pitch is just a little high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. We're in the second inning. And the 2-2 pitch. Inside. Traveling time now for the Wolves. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Full count. And the payoff pitch. And it's outside, and it's an RBI walk. That's going to bring up Robbie Duffy. He hit that home run to straightaway center field his first time up. And there's another fly ball out into center field. Getting back is Jimmy Hobine, and he makes the catch. So, for the Wolves, they do pick up 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 3 were left on base. We've played an inning and a half, and it's the Wolves 3 and the Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
NLWN-TV is excited to bring you Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball. The Cavs open their season on Sunday, May 3rd when they take on the Whitehall Whitetails. Coverage on NLWN-TV begins with In the Dugout show at noon. That's Cavalier Baseball on Sunday, May 3rd on NLWN-TV.
Cavalier Baseball, we're ready to fight!
NLWN-TV is excited to bring you Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball. The Cavs open their season on Sunday, May 3rd when they take on the Whitehall Whitetails. Coverage on NLWN-TV begins with In the Dugout show at noon. That's Cavalier Baseball on Sunday, May 3rd on NLWN-TV.
Cavalier Baseball, we're ready to fight!
Back here at Colfax High School, Vikings trail 3-0. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Breeze has picked up a little bit. We were just talking about it. It's got a little bit of a bite to it.
Yeah.
At the plate for the Vikings is Rob Holman. And that's right off the top of the head. and bounced over the backstop off the top of Holman's head. Now, Dan, it might be cliche, but that's using your head.
That's right.
So, Vikings have a runner on first. It's going to bring up Jimmy Holbein. He's had to put his track shoes on out there in center field a couple times. Throw over to first. Holman back in safely. Hudson Hewitt not letting runners get much of a lead over at first. He delivers. That one's inside. He's got a bit of a herky jerk in the middle of his delivery.
Yeah, I was going to mention that earlier. Yeah, just a little extra stutter there right before he throws.
He's at the belt and delivers. It's high. He throws to first, and Holman's very fortunate that time that the ball got away from DeLong over at first base because he was dead to rights.
Yeah, he was leaning towards second there.
Hewitt at the belt and delivers. That's high and away for a ball. 3 balls, no strikes. And the throw over to first. And that one gets past the first baseman DeLong and down to second goes Holman.
Yeah, Colfax gets a player in scoring position.
And the pitch. Shows bunt, but it's high and away for a ball. Ball 4, and Jimmy Holbein draws the walk. So, Holman at second, Holbein at first. Chase Albright, the third baseman, steps up. That pitch is outside for a ball. And the pitch, that's high and away for a ball. Two balls, no strikes, and the 2-0 pitch, that's a pop foul, and it's going to be out of play on the first base side.
Let's go, Chase.
Big cut there by number 3. Oh, Chase Albright.
Chase Albright, yep. And the pitch. Strike 3 called. That's going to bring up Logan Hedela with his red bat. You know, you're making bats now, Dan.
Yeah.
You ever think about that color?
I did. I was thinking a yellow handle and a pink top.
Here's the pitch. It's outside for a ball. Hedela went 0 for 3 over in Glenwood City. He did draw a walk, struck out a couple times. That's high and away for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 runners on, 1 out. And the pitch. That's inside for a ball. 3-0 is the count. My guess is they probably have Hedela taking on this pitch. And the pitch. That's outside for ball 4.
That loads the bases.
So the sacks are full. Grant Cook, second baseman, steps to the plate. And we're going to have a conference at the mound.
Make sure everybody's on the same page here for Plum City. Make sure.
Well, Hudson Hewitt is throwing a lot of pitches that are outside of the strike zone.
Yeah, out and high. He's been up above the belt most of the.
I think they also want to make sure, like you were saying, make sure everybody's on the same page as to how they're going to field this defensively with the bases loaded. And they said everything they needed to say. 1 out. Bases are all jammed up. Grant Cook at the plate. He went 1 for 2. Scored twice over in Glenwood City. That one's down low for a ball. Hewitt delivers. It's outside, ball 2. Rob Holman is over at third. Jimmy Holbein at second. Logan Hedela at first. And the pitch. There's a strike at the belt. He put the fastball over. Two-one pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Counts all even. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out and bases loaded. Vikings trying to get on the board. And a pitch. That's outside for a ball. The count goes full.
Yeah, good job by Colfax to hang out and not take those outside pitches.
And the pitch. There's a ground ball over towards second. And he dropped the ball, and 1 run's in. Second run. He's safe. And the runners keep going because the ball got away from the catcher. Throw to third, in safely is Hedela. So 2 runs came in, Holman and Holbein. Hedela is over on third, and Grant Cook is on first. And that's going to bring up Grant Paulus as the Vikings narrow the gap to 1 run. Runners at the corners, 1 out. And that pitch missed inside for a ball. Throw over to first. And they've got Cook picked off, maybe. And they got him. But the run comes in to score.
Yeah, and just like that, Colfax is right back in it.
That's the runners on the corners play. 2 down. Showing bunt and fouling it back is Paulus. 1 ball and 1 strike. Grant Palowitz on deck. So we have Grant, Grant, and Grant in that order. And that one got Paulus. So, runner at first now with 2 down. We're all tied in the second inning. Grant Palowitz at the plate. I'll grant you that much there, Dan. That pitch missed outside.
Oh, there's so many things we could do with that this season if they stick with that lineup.
Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Right field.
Just
and
foul.
It's foul. That's the thing that I remember from here. The ball off the bat, because of where we're located, the difference between it going to center field and right field is really hard to pick up.
Maybe they're going to have to build us a press box.
That's our later this summer job. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. That one missed. 3 balls and a strike. Runner at first.
Yeah, we can't see outside very well, but it's got to be close. Pretty consistent on that
Hudson
left
Hewitt
side.
at the belt. Throw it over first. Back in is Paulus. Palowitz drew a walk his first time up. Three 3-1 count. And the pitch. Foul back into the screen.
Possibly going.
Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 4. It's a second walk for Palowitz. Moves Paulus over to second. And Caleb Bailey at the plate. Bailey struck out looking his first time up. And the pitch. There's a foul ball on the first base side. Hewitt's throwing a lot of pitches this inning. And he delivers. That missed outside. Ball 2. Or it's 1 ball, 1 strike. That's right. The first one was a foul ball. And the 1-1 pitch. Strike called.
Knee high.
Caleb Bailey was the leading hitter for the Vikings last season. And the pitch. It's outside. He was ready to guard the dish that time. He thought about it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, 2 on. Hewitt shakes one sign off. And he delivers. There's a fly ball out towards center field. And making the catch is right fielder Kopp. So the Vikings finally go down in the second inning, but not before they pick up 3 runs on no hits. There was 1 error by the Wolves and 2 were left on base. We've played 2 innings and we're all tied at 3 on NLWN-TV.
Get in touch with the roots of the Chippewa Valley at the Chippewa Valley Museum. Located in Eau Claire's Carson Park, with a mission of connecting people to their community and inspire curiosity. From reinventing the Chippewa Valley, a century of change in farm life, the Farmhouse Theater, along with the Wisconsin Logging Museum and Logging Camp. Also, the Chippewa Valley Museum features special temporary exhibits and traveling exhibits, as well as web exhibits. The Chippewa Valley Museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Call for more information at 715-834-7871.
Hey, don't forget to join the Chippewa Valley Museum on Saturday, May 2nd, as they present Gooder baseball stories from the writings of Marty Crow. This will feature stories from Jackie Robinson to the first black players to play with the Eau Claire Bears. It all begins at 1 o'clock on May 2nd at the Chippewa Valley Museum. Call the museum at 715-834-7871 for more information. I think that might be a real interesting one. That's right before the Eau Claire Cavaliers season starts. Be a good way to get ready for that season.
There's a lot of baseball history.
There's a lot of baseball history. You're right. Logan Oth leading things off for the Wolves in the top of the third inning. And that pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Nichols winds and delivers. That didn't miss by much. Inside, outside, yeah. And the pitch. That also missed. 3 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. That's a strike called on the outside corner. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Fastball there by Ryan Nichols.
Oth threw a walk his first appearance. And that was inside for ball 4, so now he's drawn 2 walks. That'll bring up Nick DeLong, who struck out in his first time up. He struck out to end the first inning. Nichols at the belt and delivers. Runner goes, throw down to second, and in safely is Logan Oth.
So it was a strike.
So no balls and a strike. And the pitch, that's high and away. One ball, one strike. And that was fouled at the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. To Nick DeLong, the first baseman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away, throw down to first is in time, and moving over to third is Logan Oth. I think that goes in the book as an error on the catcher that allowed him to get to third, because it forced him to make the throw to first.
Sure.
That first pitch is a ball to Skylar Fisher. Hit that little dying ball on the first base side that nobody could get to before he got to first. And that one hit him. So we have runners on the corners now with 1 out. It'll bring up Caleb Kopp, who singled to left his first time up. Robbie Holman steps out in front of home and signals to the infield how they're going to play this defensively. And the runner goes, and Holman just looks the runner at third back. So Skylar Fisher is at second, and the Wolves have runners at second and third. Oth is over at third. A ball and no strikes to Caleb Kopp, and it's high and away for ball 2. Nichols at the belt. And he delivers. And that one missed outside for ball 3.
Just get one right down the middle.
And the 3-0. High and away, ball 4. So the bases are now loaded, and it's going to bring up Case and Hewitt.
Colfax.
But we're going to have a conference at the mound. And looks like we're going to get some changes going on here.
Yeah, we're going to get a pitching change.
Because we're going to have a pitching change, and once they get that all figured out, we'll be back right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
Shocking as it may seem, electricity doesn't always do what you want. When that happens to you, call Clucas Electric. Clucas Electric can take care of anything from a bad light switch, remodels, new construction, or replacing the main service on your home. Plus, Clucas Electric is now the authorized service provider for Briggs & Stratton home generators. So, for all your electrical needs, call Clucas Electric at 715-651-5064. That's Clucas Electric in Colfax.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
And we're back here. New pitcher for the Vikings is Caleb Bailey. Ryan Nichols went 2 1/3 innings, gave up 3 runs, but he's responsible for the 3 runners on base. Bailey's first pitch is down in the dirt for a ball. Bailey threw 3 1/3 innings over at Glenwood City. He got charged with the loss. There's a strike called. Bailey known for a very nasty curveball.
Nasty.
And the pitch. Ground ball through the hole into left field. 1 run is in. So Hewitt singles to left. As Logan Auth came in to score, and it moved Fisher over to third. Caleb Kopp is at second, and Hewitt is at first. Back to the top of the order with Tegan Bauer. Bauer's 0 for 1. He popped back to the pitcher his last time up. He also drew a walk, and the first pitch is a called strike. And the pitch. And that one just a little bit high. That was that curveball again. Didn't quite catch the back shoulder. And the pitch. High and away, ball 2. And the pitch. There's a strike called. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Curveball, strike 3. That's the curveball we were talking about.
Yeah, good pitch there by Bailey.
That's going to bring up Ari Perez, who's 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time up and then drew a walk his last time up. And there's that curveball again. Defensively for the Vikings, Logan Hedela went over to third base. And there's a strike called. Chase Albright went to short, and Orion Nichols went to first. That pitch is down in the dirt for a ball. Nice block that time by Rob Holman. Ball and 2 strikes with 2 down. And the pitch. Curveball low for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, 3 on. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that finishes the out as the catcher touches home. So, for the Wolves, they picked up 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 Viking error, and the bases were left loaded. We have played 2.5, and it's the Wolves 4 and the Vikings 3 on NLWN-TV.
It is springtime at the Concierge Home Decor and More in Colfax. The Concierge is a small-town decor shop that specializes in home, farmhouse, wedding, nursery, and holiday decor. The Concierge at 225 Bremer Avenue is open from 11 to 5 on Wednesdays through Fridays and 9 to 1 on Saturdays. Transform your house into a home with their selection of chic home decor pieces and thoughtful gifts for every occasion. Call the Concierge at 715-704-6008. That's the Concierge Home Decor and More in Colfax.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Back here at Colfax High School, heading into the bottom of the 3rd inning as the Vikings now trail 4-3. Numbers are in on Orion Nichols, who's stepping to the plate. And he threw 2 1/3 innings, gave up 4 runs, all of which were earned. There's a strike called on the outside corner. He only gave up 2 hits, but walked 6, struck out 4. Hudson Hewitt delivers, and that's low and away for a ball.
Yeah, Ryan Nichols just has to be a little patient.
The 1-1 pitch. That's high and away. I think the way Hewitt is pitching, that's the advice that all the Vikings should be taking. Here's the pitch. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, he wanted that one there.
And the 3-1 pitch. And that's ball 4. Nichols draws a walk, and it's going to bring up Rob Holman. Got thunked in the top of the helmet his first time up. He's a catcher. They're tough. They can do that. He's used to getting thunked by the ball. Pitches outside for a ball.
Not the first time.
No. And the pitch. Ground ball. Back to the pitcher, throw to second for one. It gets
dropped it.
through into center field, and everybody's safe. That's going to be an error on the shortstop.
Yeah, the second baseman just took his eye on it. I think he was thinking double play and just dropped it.
I think it was the shortstop, actually. It was there, but you're right. That was exactly what happened. So Nichols is safe at second. And Holman's at first. Jimmy Holbein. He drew a walk his first appearance. And that pitch is high for a ball. And the pitch. There's a strike at the belt. Holbein is a freshman. Swing and a miss.
Big cut there by Holbein.
Tall, lanky right-hander. There's a fly ball out into left field. It's coming in. It falls in. Nichols is going to be safe at third. So the bases are loaded for Chase Albright. Chase went down looking his last time up.
Yeah, pitch that just stayed up in the zone and got all of it.
That pitch is high and away for a ball. Vikings mounting a threat. Bases loaded, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the third inning. And the pitch. That's high and away. 2 balls, no strikes. This is a hitter's pitch right here because Hewitt doesn't want, he's got nowhere to put him. And that's high for ball 3. Now he'll be taking all the way, I would think.
Yeah.
Because a ball is a run. And the 3-0 pitch. Swing and a miss.
He wanted that.
Well, that's what I get for saying he's taking all the way. They gave him the green light. 3 balls and 1 strike. Still a hitter's pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So the count goes full now to Chase Albright. And the payoff pitch. That one gets past. It's ball 4, and that's an RBI walk for Albright. And it ties the game. As Orion Nichols comes in to score. Puts Rob Holman over at third and Jimmy Holbein at second.
We're going to get a trip to the mound.
And let's see if they're going to make a change. Because Hudson Hewitt's still struggling to find the plate.
Yeah, the pitch count's got to be getting up there.
I can't. It looks like they're just talking defensively.
Yeah, just let everybody know you're going to have to play at the plate.
And so they said everything they wanted to say, leaving Hudson Hewitt in there. As Logan Hedela comes up, he drew a walk his last time up, came around and scored. And there's a strike called at the knees. I suspect one of the things he said is don't worry about those guys on base, just those strikes. The 0-1 pitch. It's inside for a ball. And the pitch. There's a shot out into center field, and it's past the center fielder out to the fence. One runs in, and they're going to hold everybody else up. They had to hold up to see if he was going to catch the ball, but Hila got a single out into center field and picks up an RBI as the Vikings take the lead.
Yeah, wind is going out to center.
Robbie Holman came in to score. Jimmy Hobine over at third. Chase Albright is at second, and Logan Heedle is at first with nobody out. Chances for a big inning here. As Grant Cook got on an error his last time up. Check swing foul. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into right field. That one's deep. It's a gapper out to the fence. One runs in. Here comes a second run into the plate. And Hidala checks in at third as Grant Cook gets a 2 RBI single out to center field.
Yeah, another one that got left right over the middle of the zone. We got all of it, that one.
So Hidala at third. Cook is at first. Paulus comes to the plate. He was hit by the pitch his last time up. He's the middle of the Grants. That pitch is high and away for a ball.
Yeah, maybe if they want to raise a little money for the school, they go down to the Capitol and get a grant.
Could.
I got one.
Pitch was inside. The school must have an excellent grant writer. Oh, we're just full of them, Dan. Our pun usage is almost in mid-season form.
3-0.
And the pitch. There's a strike called. Grant Paulus was taking all the way that time. And the strike called. Count goes full now. Nobody out. And the pitch. That's outside for ball 4. It's going to load the bases back up. Takes us back to the top of the order. And looks like we're going to get a pitching change as the manager makes his way out to the mound. And so we'll find out who's going to be doing what after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
NLWN-2 invites you to join us in our time machine and journey back to the 1860s for some vintage baseball with the Menominee Blue Caps. Our first broadcast will be on Monday, June 23rd, as the Blue Caps face the Flat Rock Bear Clan from Michigan and the Fillmore Fungi from Minnesota. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. That's Vintage Baseball, Monday, June 23rd, on NLWN-2.
NLWN-TV is excited to once again bring you Colfax Viking Baseball. Our next game will be on Tuesday, April 14th, when the Vikings take on the Mondovi Buffaloes from Colfax High School. Our coverage begins with the In the Dugout show beginning at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax Viking Baseball on Tuesday, April 14th on NLWN-TV.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Midwest Environmental Consultants, your partner and guide. From soil testing to landscapes, they cover it all. Lawn care and beauty, they're ready to call. With expertise in the ground, they'll analyze what's there. Call 608-468-2067 and let's get started. You deserve the best.
Now on the mound for the Wolves is Ari Perez. And the first pitch is a called strike to Grant Palowitz. DeLong goes over to third, Mundelik to short, and Skylar Fisher comes off the DH and pitch gets back to the backstop. Hedela comes in to score on the wild pitch.
Yeah, good job by Hedela to get down. The throw was right there.
So Fisher's at first. And we'll get you the numbers on Hewitt shortly. There is a pop foul out of play. And that's the first vehicle hit this year. And it's not yours.
I got to watch it. I got a different one this year. So.
And the pitch. It's inside.
Or do I just need to break it in and just get it over with?
Yeah, get it out of the way. There you go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Pitch is down in the dirt for a ball. Vikings on top, 8-4. 5-run inning for the Vikings, and still nobody out. Perez looking in, working from the windup. And the pitch. That's down low, ball 4. And drawing the walk is Grant Palowitz. That's the 3rd walk he's drawn today. Brings up Caleb Bailey. Flew out to right his last time up. And the pitch. Ground ball over to short. He dropped the ball, and everybody's safe.
That took kind of a goofy hop there. Shortstop. Couldn't handle it.
So coming in to score is Grant Cook. Puts Paulus on third, Palowitz on second, Bailey on first. And at the plate is Orion Nichols. As the Vikings have batted around, Nichols walked to lead off the inning. I do believe that Bailey gets an RBI on that because the run would have scored regardless. And it pitches high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, good fastball there by...
2 balls and a strike to Orion Nichols. Perez winds and fires. That one's outside for a ball. Nice stop that time by Auth, saving a run. 3 balls, 1 strike, bases loaded. Nobody out. And the pitch. That one's foul back. Count is full. Still nowhere to put him. Same number of batters are out as the last time Nichols appeared in this inning. And the payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. Nichols goes down looking for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, good fastball there by Perez.
That's going to bring up Rob Holman, who grounded to short, but he got on an error by the shortstop. And the pitch. That's a fly ball out into left field. Coming in and making the catch that time is Duffy.
We got a tag.
And coming in to score is Grant Paulus. So it's a sacrifice fly by Rob Holman. And both other runners advanced. So Palowitz is now at third. Caleb Bailey's at second. 2 down. And Jimmy Hobine steps to the plate. He singled earlier this inning. And the pitch. Ground ball down third. And it's going to stay fair territory, but the throw over to first is in time. So the Vikings are out now in the third inning, but not before they pick up 7 runs on 3 hits. There were 2 errors by the Wolves and 2 left on base. So we've completed 3, and it's the Vikings 10 and the Elmwood Plum City Wolves 4 on NLWN-TV.
Suggestions for products that are great quality but inexpensive. We put all our trust in Logslet Plumbing, and they did not disappoint.
A highly skilled plumber, I definitely recommend contacting Logslet Plumbing for any and all your plumbing needs.
So give Logslet Plumbing a call at 715-556-1673 and let Logslet Plumbing get your project flowing.
No, no, no. Turn it down. Turn it off. Get a hand. Lose the bells and whistles. Drive without distractions.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Vikings had a big inning that last inning, picked up 7 runs to open up a 10-4 lead over the Elmwood Plum City Wolves.
Yeah, I think Plum City said they wanted to play defense, so they let it go down the middle, and Colfax just got
They were
get on the ball.
opportunistic, the Vikings were, and that's the key to it. It's not that they hit the tar out of the ball, but they took advantage of what the Wolves gave them. Stepping to the plate, Oliver Mundick. And the first pitch is inside for a ball from Caleb Bailey. Mundick is now playing shortstop. He's 0 for 1, struck out looking. That pitch missed outside. He also drew a walk. It was an RBI walk. Bailey delivers. And that missed. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the wind and the 3-0 pitch. Strike called. That's his get me over pitch. And the pitch. Strike 2. Full count. Bailey into his motion and the payoff pitch. Just a little bit high for ball 4. Mundick draws a walk. That's going to bring up Robbie Duffy. Duffy hit a 2-run home run in the top of the first inning to give the Wolves a 2-0 lead. And the pitch. That's low and away for a ball. Nice stop that time by Rob Holman. And there's a strike at the letters. Dan, it's actually a nice day for baseball for the home opener for the Vikings.
Yeah, we got a little gap, a little rain last night, and it sounds like rain tomorrow, and just blue skies.
We snuck it in.
Sunny right here.
I told Viking athletic director Mike Hodel he did a nice job of scheduling this one between the rainy days. There's a strike called. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first.
Is that all you got to do is ask for nice weather and it just shows up?
I guess. There's a foul back into the screen. When I did congratulate him for it, he did take credit. Caleb Bailey at the belt, and he delivers. Low and away for ball 3. Another full count. Nobody out. We're in the top of the 4th inning. And the pitch swung on and missed. And the batter's out. So Duffy goes down swinging. That's the 3rd strikeout by Caleb Bailey. That's that curveball. Even though the ball got past home and first base was occupied, so he couldn't advance. Runner did go down to second on it, though. And there's a strike called on the outside corner to Logan Auth. He does not have an official at-bat. He's had 2 appearances at the plate where he walked both times. That pitch is high for a ball. Bailey looks over at second and delivers. That's outside. And the pitch. There's a pop-up into shallow center field, moving back and making the catch is Grant Cook.
Yeah, like I said, the wind is going out, so everybody's...
Ball does tend to want to carry, doesn't it? Stepping up is Nick DeLong, who's 0 for 2, struck out twice. He's now playing third base.
Ow.
And that one thunked off the top of his head. That was that nice slow curveball. No damage done. Skylar Fisher, who was the designated hitter, now is the first baseman for the Wolves. Here's the pitch. That one's high. That pitch is outside.
Yeah, what Caleb needs to do right now is just throw the ball. They're trying to place it. Just get it over the plate. Like that.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down. So, no runs on no hits. outs, and there were a couple left on base. We've played 3.5, and it's the Vikings 10 and the Wolves 4 on NLWN-TV.
Need a new look for your team, club, or organization? Check out the top quality work by SK Screen Printing and Embroidery in Colfax. SK Screen Printing and Embroidery can help with a wide variety of options, from shirts to sweatshirts and jackets to hats. Call SK Screen Printing and Embroidery at 715-533-1933 for all your group's apparel needs. That's SK Screen Printing and Embroidery in Colfax.
We come from a long line of farmers, and there's a sense of pride, but there's also a significant amount of pressure.
Farmers have to take care of their physical and their mental health, because what's a farm without a farmer?
Watching the sun come up, that's my time. I can have a cup of coffee, and every day is a new opportunity.
That's cool. Your hand's gotten so Yay!
Don't forget to check in on yourself. Love your mind.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Vikings on top, 10-4. And a swing and a miss by Chase Albright. Albright's 0 for 1, struck out looking his first time up. Then he drew a walk, and that was an RBI walk. And the pitch. Strike 2 called on the outside corner. Perez starts his motion and delivers. That's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was a chase me pitch. And the pitch. Ground ball over to Perez at first. Throw it, or pitcher, and throws it over to first for the out. It's going to bring up Logan Hedela. He singled and walked, scored twice, picked up an RBI. He's had a good day today.
Yeah, really good day.
Here's the pitch, and that one's high. Almost got him on the top of the noggin. And the pitch. That's outside. I remember his brother Dylan playing here, and Dylan would have just let it hit him.
That's right.
Zach might have too. We've had a few Hedelas. That one's fouled back out of play. Two balls and a strike. That pitch missed outside, so it's 3-1. 1 out, bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. Check swing, ground ball back to the pitcher. Perez gets it, fires over to first, and it's in time.
Yeah, good job by Perez there. Kind of mishandled it. Good throw.
But he stayed with it. That's 3 consecutive outs that were Perez over to first for the Wolves. Grant Cook comes to the plate. He got a 2 RBI single his last time up. There's a strike called on the outside corner. Perez delivers, and there's another strike on the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes to Grant Cook. Here's the wind and the pitch. Inside. The dugout was giving him some razzing about maybe go ahead and take one for the team there. Perez winds and delivers. Swing and a miss, but it got past the catcher. Heading down to first, it's Cook, and he's going to beat it out. That goes in the book as a strikeout, but it's a wild pitch, and that's what puts Cook at first. That's going to bring up our second Grant in a row. Grant Paulus. He's been hit by the pitch and drew a walk. There's a strike called. He did score that last time up. And there's strike two. Or strike one. No, I was right the first time. Strike two.
Yep, 0-2.
Swing and a miss for strike three. So for the Vikings, no runs, no hits, no errors, and one left on base. We have played 4 innings, and it's the Vikings 10 and the Elmwood Plum City Wolves 4 on NLWN-TV.
NLWN-TV is excited to once again bring you Colfax Viking Baseball. Our next game will be on Tuesday, April 14th, when the Vikings take on the Mondovi Buffaloes from Colfax High School. Our coverage begins with the In the Dugout show beginning at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax Viking Baseball on Tuesday, April 14th on NLWN-TV.
We come from a long line of farmers, and there's a sense of pride, but there's also a significant amount of pressure.
Farmers have to take care of their physical and their mental health, because what's a farm without a farmer?
Watching the sun come up, that's my time. I can have a cup of coffee, and every day is a new opportunity.
That's cool. Your hand's gotten so cute. Yay!
Don't forget to check in on yourself. Love your mind.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow on the computer, and we have Jocelyn Lemler on the camera today on her maiden voyage. Foul tip back into the glove, that time by Caleb Kopp, the right fielder. Caleb throwing to Caleb. And the pitch. That's down low for a ball. We're in the top of the 5th inning. The 1-1 pitch. There's a strike called. A ball and 2 strikes. And that pitch is high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Caleb Bailey winds and delivers. Swing and foul tipped. Back to the screen. Count holds at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bailey delivers. Strike 3 called. That's the 5th strikeout for Caleb Bailey and a little over an inning's worth of work. There's a pop-up into shallow center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit by Hudson Hewitt. Or Cason Hewitt, I should say.
Yeah, just kind of died over second base.
So that's a runner on first with 1 out. And there's a pop-up out into right field. Moving over and not making the catch in foul territory is Paulus. He gave it a good run. Tegan Bauer at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Popped to the pitcher and struck out. He also drew a walk, scored a run. Curveball, and that one missed. Runner goes down to second. He went to second on a passed ball by Holman. Pitch is outside for a ball. And the pitch. That's outside. 3 balls and a strike with 1 out, runner on second. And there's a called strike. So the count goes full. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Vikings on top, 10-4. And the pitch. That one missed low. It actually looked pretty good, just a little low. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Ari Perez. He's 0 for 2, struck out twice. That pitch missed outside for a ball. Perez had a notion. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike, 1 out. 2 runners on. Bailey's at the belt. Strike called on the outside corner. His fastball is not overpowering, but that curveball sets it up very nicely. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Two down. Brings up Oliver Mundick, the shortstop. Mundick struck out looking and then has walked twice. That pitch is low and away for a ball. And the pitch. There's a strike called. And the pitch, ground ball up the middle and flip to second. And it's not in time. Yeah, Albright had to dive for the ball and tried to flip it to second while he was laying on the ground. So Mundick gets credit for a hit. And that loads the bases. And there's a shot out into right field. Comes in for a base hit. And 1 run's in. 2 runs come in. So a 2 RBI single. And that scores Hewitt and Bauer. And the Vikings going to have a conference at the mound because Mundick is at second, Duffy at first. Waiting to come up is Logan Oth. So they figured out what they wanted to say. Everybody goes back to where they came from. And
might as well just play it first if you can.
Oth steps in. And the first pitch is fouled back into the screen. No balls and a strike. And the pitch, swing and a miss. It got by Holman. Holman has a difficult time with those curveballs. It's just the bottom totally drops out of him. Both runners advanced. And that's a called ball. A ball and 2 strikes with 2 down. Caleb Bailey on the mound. He winds and fires. High pop-up out into left field. Moving back and making the catch out there is Albright. So for the Wolves, in the top of the 5th inning, they do pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors, and 2 were left on base. So we've played 4.5, and it's the Vikings 10 and the Wolves 6 on NLWN-TV.
NLWN-TV is excited to once again bring you Colfax Viking Baseball. Our next game will be on Tuesday, April 14th, when the Vikings take on the Mondovi Buffaloes from Colfax High School. Our coverage begins with the In the Dugout show beginning at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax Viking Baseball on Tuesday, April 14th on NLWN-TV.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
We head into the bottom of the 5th inning. Vikings on top by 4, 10-6 against the Elmwood Plum City Wolves, trying to pick up their first victory of the season. Trying to pick up their first conference win in a couple of years. Due up for the Vikings, top of the order, Grant Palowitz, Caleb Bailey, and Orion Nichols. And the first pitch is fouled into the dirt. And the pitch. There's a strike called. No balls, 2 strikes. Ari Perez winds and delivers. That's high and inside. Kind of shined the top of the bill on the helmet that time.
Just a little inside.
Thank you, Mr. Euchre. Here's the 1-2 pitch and check swing, and he went.
Yeah, couldn't hold her back.
Late decision on that one, too. That's going to bring up Caleb Bailey. 0 for 3. Struck out, flew out to right field, got on an error his last time up, but he did pick up an RBI on that. It's one of those rare instances where when you get on an error, you still get an RBI. Here's the pitch.
Slow and away for ball one.
Yeah.
1 ball and 1 strike to Bailey.
Yeah, take what you can get.
And the pitch outside. And the pitch. Check swing, strike called. And the pitch. Ground ball, foul down the first baseline. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 away. Bases are empty. That's inside for ball 3. The count goes full. Here's the wind and the payoff pitch. It bounces it in front of home plate, and Bailey draws the walk.
Yeah, try to get him on a changeup, and almost like it slipped out of his hand a little bit when he threw it.
So up steps Ryan Nichols. He's 0 for 2. Grounded to second and struck out. He also drew a walk and scored a run. That pitch is outside for a ball. Perez working from the stretch now. Looks over at first. Throws to first, and getting back in time is Bailey. Caleb Bailey with pretty good speed. Wouldn't be surprised to see him take off for second. And the pitch. There's a fly ball out towards right center field.
And it's gone.
And it's out of here. A 2-run home run for Orion Nichols.
Yeah, shot.
And Orion is one happy camper right now.
I don't think I've seen 2 home runs
in a game.
In a game.
Not since we started doing the games anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, big shot.
I remember seeing my son do it.
Yeah,
but that was a long time ago. Pitch is high for a ball.
Big shot by Ryan Nichols.
In fact, that was 30 years ago that I saw him do that. And that one got him. So Rob Holman gets hit by the pitch for the second time tonight. Brings up Jimmy Hobine, who's 1 for 2. Singled, scored a run. Also grounded back to the pitcher and drew a walk and scored a run. Umpires were having a talk to determine if he went on the swing, because then it would have been a strike. But the base umpire says no, he did not go around on the swing. So Holbein steps to the plate. Perez looks in and delivers. Inside for a ball. Vikings on top, 12-6. And the pitch. There's a fly ball foul out right field. And the pitch. Runner goes, throw down to second. It goes out into center field. As Holman is safe at second. So Rob Holman at second, Jimmy Holbein at the plate. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out. And the pitch. That one's at the knees for a strike.
Yeah, Price is bringing up a little heat here right now.
Of course, Holbein's got tall legs. And that one's in the dirt. Bounces past the catcher, and Holman ends up over at third on the wild pitch. Yeah, Holbein's pitch at the knees, he's tall enough that for me, that would be right at my belt buckle.
Right.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul down the third base line. Charged Ben Anderson with an error there. He dropped the ball in the third base coach's box.
He had a sun in his eyes. Still gets the air, though, even with the sun.
Inside for ball 4. It's Holbein's second walk of the game. It's going to bring up Chase Albright. 0 for 2. Struck out looking. Grounded back to the pitcher. He did walk, and that was an RBI walk, and he also scored a run. They have runners on the corners. Logan Oth stepped out in front of the plate and signaled how they're going to play it defensively. Runner goes.
And
there's no throw.
Yeah, good decision by the Plum City Wolves. Hold that runner at third.
So runners at second and third now. Holman at third, Holbein at second. There's a strike called. No balls, 2 strikes to Chase Albright. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Big cut there.
2 down. Logan Hedela coming to the plate. Hedela's walked, singled, grounded back to the pitcher, scored a run, picked up an RBI. And there he hits a soft liner out into right field for a base hit. 1 run is in. And a second run comes in to score. And Hedela heads down to second on the throw. Come on, Grant, a little wrap, huh? There you go, kid. So, Holman comes in to score. Holbein comes in to score. Hedela picks up a couple more RBI and brings up Grant Cook. He reached safely on a wild pitch. Struck out, but the pitch was a wild pitch, and he beat it to first. Singled with 2 RBI. Watch the ball. And also reached on an error. That first pitch was a swing and a miss for a strike. Low and away. And the pitch. Strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Grant Cook. And the pitch. Strike 3 called. So the Vikings are out in the 5th, but not before they pick up 4 runs Two of them courtesy of the two-run home run by Orion Nichols on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 2 were left on base. 1 was left on base. So we've played 5 innings, and it's the Vikings 14 and the Elmwood Plum City Wolves 6. And you're tuned to Viking Baseball on NLWN-TV.
Banking that works better for you. Dairy State Bank has everything from free checking to money market accounts. Bank on the go with mobile banking and other e-services like mobile deposit and bill pay, while still enjoying personal customer service whenever you need it. We're a community bank. We're your neighbors, committed to building a stronger community. Visit dairystatebank.com today.
Serious, man. I actually drive better when I'm on it. If anything, I'm more careful. It just helps me focus. It just helps me focus, you know?
Dreaming of building a new home or cabin? Dairy State Bank construction loans are more flexible than most. If you're still looking for that perfect spot, we offer lot and land financing. Our mortgage lenders get to know you so they can recommend the best financing plan for you. Call, stop in, or visit our online mortgage center to explore options. Let's turn that dream into reality.
Back here at Colfax High School, new pitcher for the Vikings is Jimmy Holbein. Jimmy threw 4 innings over at Glenwood City, and he was the starting pitcher over there. Gave up 2 runs, both of which were earned on 2 hits, walked 4, struck out 6. And the first pitch to Nick DeLong is low for a ball. Swing and a miss. Caleb Bailey went out to center field, so Holbein and Bailey just switched positions. There's strike 2 called. DeLong is 0 for 2, struck out twice. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
I think that was all fastballs.
I think you're right. That's going to bring up Skylar Fisher. He's 1 for 2, got on an infield hit. First pitch is fouled back out of play. And there's a called strike.
Yeah, get ahead in the count right away.
Ground ball over to first. It goes through the wickets and heading over to second. That's going to be a 2-base error for Skylar Fisher.
Yeah, got that Ryan Nichols. He went down to put a glove on the ground and it just didn't bounce. It went right underneath.
So a 2-base error on Nichols. And that's going to bring up Caleb Kopp. And there's a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Jimmy Holbein has good control right now.
Holbein delivers. There's a fly ball out towards first base foul territory. Nichols moves over and makes a catch. Two down. And it brings up Kason Hewitt. He's 2 for 3, singled twice, scored a run, picked up an RBI. Numbers for Caleb Bailey, he went 2 2/3 innings, gave up 2 runs, both of which were earned on 4 hits. First pitch is high for a ball, and the fans didn't like that call. Bailey also struck out 6 and walked 2. And that pitch is high. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. That's a strike called. 2 balls and a strike with 2 down. Runner on second. In the person of Skylar Fisher out there at second base. Holbein at the belt, and he delivers. There's a soft little looper out into right field, falls in, and they hold the runner at third. So runners on the corners now, and Tegan Bauer coming to the plate. Bauer's 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Out in front of that one.
And the pitch. Strike called. There's a ground ball over towards short. Steps on second. So that's a 6 unassisted on the putout. And the Wolves are down in the 6th inning as they pick up no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 were left on, or 1 Viking error, 2 were left on base, and we've played 5.5, and it's the Vikings 14 and the Wolves 6 on NLWN-TV.
Kyle's Market in Colfax, locally owned since 2007 and is a proud supporter of Colfax High School scholarship and athletics. Kyle's meat department is second to none and they're known for their homemade smoked meats. Don't forget the fresh veggies, cheese, and frozen foods. Kyle's Market has got it all. Kyle's Market is your hometown market where customer service is supersized. They'll even carry your groceries out to your car. That's Kyle's Market in Colfax.
NLWN-TV is excited to bring you Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball. The Cavs open their season on Sunday, May 3rd when they take on the Whitehall Whitetails. Coverage on NLWN-TV begins with In the Dugout show at noon. That's Cavalier Baseball on Sunday, May 3rd on NLWN-TV.
Cavalier Baseball, we're ready to fight!
Bottom of the 6th, 14-6, Colfax Vikings lead. Grant Cook will be up, followed by Grant Paulus, and Grant Pallets will be in the hole. Ari Perez on the mound for the Wolves. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Grant Cook. Shows bunt, and it's fouled over the grandstand. 0-2. to Grant Cook. Sun starting to set here a little bit. Wind died down. Fouled off. One, 2-2, Grant Cook. And we're out of balls. They're going to have to get some, and they do. 0-2 to Grant Cook. Bottom of the sixth. 14-6, the Vikings lead. Ari Perez on the mound. Little puncher by Cook back to Perez, and he flips it over to first for the out. So 1-3 on the putout for the Wolves. Brings up number 9, Grant Paulus. Or number 8, Grant Palowitz.
Grant Palowitz at the plate. With one out, we're in the bottom of the sixth. There's a ground ball over to third, scooped up by DeLong. Throw to first, and it's past the first baseman. And heading over to second is Palowitz. And that's a two-base error for Palowitz. Brings up Caleb Bailey. Bailey's 0 for 3, but he did get on an error, and he picked up an RBI in that process. Pitch is outside for a ball. Perez looks in. He's at the belt and delivers. Check swing ball. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. There's a looper out into right field foul territory. And the pitch. That's in the dirt. Back to the screen. Palowitz heads over to third. Perez delivers. There's a shot out into center field. Palowitz comes in to score. Bailey rounds first.
Solid hit there by Bailey.
And brings up Orion Nichols. He homered his last time up with a 2-run home run. Next run for the Vikings should end the game by the 10-run rule. Throw over to first and back in time. And the ball got away. And Bailey gets down to second. And the first baseman, Fisher, is a little slow getting up.
Skipped in.
His time is called. He's checking out the wheels to make sure that they all still work. So now the game-ending run is in scoring position with 1 out. Good solid base hit should end this one. Pitch is high for a ball. That's high for ball 2. Nichols is 1 for 3, but the one was a big one. Swing and a miss.
Cut there by Nichols.
And the pitch, outside. 3 balls and a strike. Hitter's pitch now for Orion Nichols. There's a strike called. Count goes full now to Nichols. 1 away. Runner at second. And the pitch. Pop up. Foul territory, moving over, and not making the catch was Kopp. So another opportunity. And the pitch, that's high for ball 4. That's going to bring up Rob Holman. He's gotten on base 3 times, twice being hit by the pitch, once on an error, and then he also hit a sacrifice fly, and there's a pop foul out of play. And the pitch is down in the dirt, gets past the catcher, and both runners advance. That puts the game-ending run 90 feet away. And the pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rob Holman. And the pitch. That's inside for a ball. 2-2. I want to give a shout out to Rob's mother, Melissa, for helping us out with a feature that we're going to be running during our Cavalier broadcast between games of doubleheaders. There's a pop foul out of play. She works with the Chippewa Valley Museum and was helping us research some of that information that we're going to be using in those features. Ground ball foul down the third base line. Those features deal with members of the Eau Claire Cavaliers who have also played in Major League Baseball, called Cavaliers to MLB. So between the topic of the program that we were working on and the fact that her son is Rob here. Oh, and that got him. It got both Rob and it got the umpire. He got 2 for the price of 1 that time. That's the third time Holman's been hit by the pitch. And it loads the bases. We're going to take a little extra time here, make sure. Being the home plate umpire is almost as tough as being the catcher.
I think I could think of one player from the Cavaliers.
Well, I think you'd be surprised.
Really?
There are about a dozen of them. By the way, we have compiled all of those featurettes into one program that will be aired on May 1st at 7 p.m. That pitch was outside now to Jimmy Holbein, and there's nowhere to put him. So Perez can't afford to be walking him. There's a fly ball out into left field. Got him turned around, and it falls in. That's going to finish it. And that will do it. Holbein gets an RBI single to left, which drives in Caleb Bailey, and the Vikings come away with the 16-6 victory over the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Winning pitcher in this game will be Caleb Bailey, and the loser will be Hudson Hewitt. And we will have more when we get to Viking Download right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
Midwest Environmental Consultants, your partner and guide. From soil testing to landscapes, they cover it all. Lawn care and beauty, they're ready to call. With expertise in the ground, they'll analyze what's there. Call 608-468-2067 and let's get started. You deserve the best.
Colfax Vikings roar, we'll rise up high. With every base we touch the sky. Singles, doubles,
Thank you for joining us for today's Colfax Vikings baseball game. This has been a presentation of NLWN-TV. This has been presented for the private listening and viewing use of the tune-in audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction in any form without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network LLC and Colfax High School is strictly prohibited. Stay tuned! Coming up next is Viking Download, where we take a look back at today's Colfax Viking game.
We'll always elevate.
Gerald the Fish. What about like Joaquin Bartholomew? Joaquin Bartholomew. Yeah. See ya. See ya. Joaquin Bartholomew. What? How did you think of that? I have no idea. Since we gave him that title, he should honestly be the king of the pond. King of the pond. Yeah. He's out there somewhere. For real. You want this one? Oh yeah, nice. All right.
Time now for Viking Download with a talk about today's Colfax Viking baseball game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
And we're back here at Colfax High School, where the Vikings have come away winners over the Elmwood Plum City Wolves by a score of 16-6. The Vikings had 16 runs on 7 hits. They committed 2 errors, whereas the Wolves had 6 runs on 7 hits, and they committed 4 errors. The Vikings were pretty opportunistic to take advantage of the things that the Wolves gave them. The Wolves really struggled finding the plate. Starting pitcher Hudson Hewitt threw an awful lot of pitches in the first couple innings. And winning pitcher in this game, Caleb Bailey. His record is evened up at 1 win and 1 loss on the season. Losing pitcher would be Hudson Hewitt. And the Vikings even their season record at 1 win and 1 loss on the season. And we will have Ben Anderson coming in just a moment or two. Dan, your thoughts about this one?
I think Colfax offense really came alive tonight. They saw the ball really well. They got ahead in counts. And, Wolves pitching at the beginning, they wanted a spot, and they just couldn't get it. That got a bunch of runners on for Colfax. But, yeah, when the ball got in that sweet spot, Colfax took advantage.
And talking about taking advantage, Ryan Nichols definitely did when he just decided to hit what was sent towards him. He hit it, and it didn't come down for a long time.
Yeah, ball vision is really important this time of year. The sun's different, and they saw the ball well tonight. Yeah, I've never seen 2 home runs in one game. For WIA ball.
Right, and you commented about it, how the ball was or the wind was blowing out, and so it tended to help carry the ball, and again, the Vikings took advantage of that. I don't recall the last time I saw the Vikings put up 16 runs in a game either. So a big win for the Vikings today, and we're waiting on Coach Anderson to come over here and talk with us. And he heard me say that, and he turned around and started heading towards the gate so he can come over here and have a chat with us. And
yeah, that's a big win for Colfax tonight.
It is, and first conference win in well over a year, and so that's a big one. And we are getting joined right now by Ben Anderson, and that's a big win.
Really big win for us. Yeah, we first conference win in 2 years. So nice to be able to put the ball in play and see some hits and play some good baseball.
And you came oh so close on Tuesday over at Glenwood City, and a lot of these guys felt like that should have happened, and they just had to make sure it did today, and they did.
We did, yeah. We did have the win on Tuesday night, and guys fought really hard then and kind of moved it forward. Had a JV game last night that everybody played really well, and a lot of the guys that are on here played really well last night, and it's kind of folded over into tonight's game. Took us a little while to get rolling, but we did all right once we got going.
Well, I was going to say, it's not like you guys hit the cover off the ball tonight, but you were really opportunistic. You took what the Wolves gave you, whether it was via errors, which they didn't commit that many, but they struggled finding the strike zone, and you guys showed patience. And you get a guy on base, it doesn't matter how you get him there.
Yeah, it was big, right? We got a lot of young guys playing for us, and they were very. They weren't swinging at pitches out of the zone, which was huge for us. The guy threw a lot of pitches that were close, the high pitch, and they kind of left those alone, kind of made it tough on him. He had to be perfect, and I think we started 3 freshmen tonight, and a couple sophomores. So it's good to see those guys growing, and we got other guys that are close right there, ready to play too. So
it's a good thing Rob Holman plays catcher, because catchers take a beating behind the plate, and he took that into the batter's box with him as well, being hit by the pitch 3 times tonight.
For sure, yeah. He never complains or says nothing about it. I actually had to go to him and see how he was doing, and he shakes it off like nothing. So yeah, he's a tough dude for sure.
Got to say something about your pitching tonight. It was really quite effective. Ryan Nichols struggled a little bit in the first couple of innings, but after that, Caleb Bailey came in and shut things down, and then in the 6th inning, you had Jimmy Holbein come in and absolutely close the door, and unfortunately he can't get a save on that. But
that's okay. I'll take that. That's all right.
Hey, it's a hold, so that counts
for sure. Yeah. No, Orion came in and still pitched decent, right? I mean, he gave up a walk and it's a couple tough things, and that guy ran into a big home run, and got their momentum up a little bit, right? And which they needed too. I think they hadn't won a game yet either, so they that momentum was a big thing for them, and but he held strong in there, right, and got us through a couple, and 2 2/3 or 2 1/3. I think he got through. So got us what we needed. We got 4 games next week, so I needed to keep everybody eligible to be able to pitch on Monday. So it was good to see.
Very good. Congratulations on the win. I don't recall the last time, aside from first game of the season kind of thing, where I've seen the Vikings with an even 500 record. And so let's see if we can't keep that going in the right direction.
For sure. We're and let's end with a over 500 record. That's what we're shooting for sure. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Well, that's Coach Ben Anderson today, and we'll be back with more Viking Download right after this time out on NLWN-TV.
NLWN-TV is excited to once again bring you Colfax Viking Baseball. Our next game will be on Tuesday, April 14th, when the Vikings take on the Mondovi Buffaloes from Colfax High School. Our coverage begins with the In the Dugout show beginning at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax Viking Baseball on Tuesday, April 14th on NLWN-TV.
Back here at Colfax High School, where the Vikings came out on top 16-6 over the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Dan, your thoughts?
Yeah, offense came alive, and their pitching was great tonight, all 3 pitchers, and now they just keep this rolling.
And we're going to be back with you to help you keep this rolling when first of all, remind you that the Colfax Vikings will be back in action on Monday when they travel to Spring Valley to face the Spring Valley Cardinals. We won't be carrying that game, but the first pitch over in Spring Valley is at 5 o'clock. Our next game on NLWN-TV will be on Tuesday, the 14th, when the Vikings host the Mondovi Buffaloes. The Bullpen show starts at 4:30, followed by live play-by-play. Also, the Viking girls softball team's next game will be on Monday, when the Viking girls will travel to Spring Valley also to face the Spring Valley Cardinals. Their first pitch is at 5 o'clock. The Viking boys and girls track teams will compete on Tuesday the 14th in Boyceville, with the first event starting at 3:30. Make sure you join us here on NLWN-TV on Sunday, May 3rd, as we bring you the Eau Claire Cavaliers opening their season by hosting the Whitehall Whitetails from Carson Park in Eau Claire. The In the Dugout show will begin at 12 noon, followed by live play-by-play action. That's live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Sunday, May 3rd on NLWN-TV. Tonight's Colfax Viking baseball game has been brought to you by American Yard Restoration, Anderson Bridges, the Chippewa Valley Museum, the Concierge Home Decor and more, Dairy State Bank, Clucas Electric, Logslet Plumbing, Midwest Environmental Consultants, Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, and SK Screen Printing and Embroidery. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking Baseball on NLWN-TV. So for Dan Petchow and Jocelyn Lemler, this is Rick Olson. That final score, once again, Vikings 16, Elmwood Plum City Wolves 6. You've been tuned to Viking Download on NLWN-TV.
You've been watching Viking Download with a talk about today's Colfax Viking baseball game. This has been a production of NLWN-TV.
The sun's out high, hear the crowds roar. Colfax boys stepping up, ready to soar. Colfax Viking High, where the spirit ignites. Baseball dreams painted in red.